Hey guys, just coming back on for another video. First of all, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who helped me make it to 200 subscribers. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I'm trying to make it to 1,000 subscribers. And if you could like this video so it goes up in the algorithm, I would also appreciate that. So today I just wanted to come on and talk about how to get over pain that you may be feeling. So how to get over a full experience that you may be experiencing in your life today, or that just you may experience in your future, and how to get out of it and how to free yourself from that pain entirely. I think it's an extremely important topic because we've all experienced painful days, and sometimes when you're in those painful moments it just seems like you can't get out of it, and sometimes you're trying to find solutions and you just can't seem to find any. So I'm here to give you guys a solution, okay? So if you are experiencing whatever kind of pain you may be experiencing, if you're having a hard day today, or in some point in your past, some point in the future, whatever it is, whatever moment you might be unfortunately experiencing some form of pain, whatever kind of form that it may take. It may be physical pain, it may be emotional pain, it may be psychological pain, it may be a mix of all of the above, right? Any of the pain that we experience as human beings can sometimes be a mix of all of the above, or it can be a mix of two of them, some of them, whatever, But anyways, in any case, whatever pain you may be experiencing in your life, sometimes in those moments it can feel like the world is caving in on you, or sometimes in those moments it can feel like there is no solution, and it can be a really tricky thing. It can be a really difficult thing for us to deal with as people, for ourselves, and also for us to deal with family members or friends or people that we know, like understanding that they have pain or they're experiencing pain can be a tricky thing for us to deal with, regardless of whether it's our own or someone else's that we care about. And pain is something that, let's put it this way, when we are experiencing a painful day that we have created all of these thoughts in our minds around, right? And we have just kind of like stuck ourselves into this story of, honestly, at the end of the day, of the victim, and we've put ourselves into this place of just like, we've closed all these walls around us, and we're just like, we've just stuck ourselves in something, in this like negative energy and this like pain of, we are the victim of something. Like, we have created this story, and it's all in here. It's just crazy how the words that we think inside of our minds can literally build walls around us that trap us inside some pain that just is just like stuck there, and it will just not escape. Like, there's no escaping little holes anywhere. Like, we're just trapped in this pain because we have created this story in our minds of this like box we've created, and then we just stick ourselves in that, and we just sit there, and then we just like suffer in this pain that we've created, and we're just like, I'm just gonna suffer here. And then sometimes it does manifest physically, like we've experienced physical pain, and sometimes it's psychological, and sometimes it's emotional, and all of that, right? But at the end of the day, the pain that we are experiencing, I mean, there's so many things to say about it, but first I'll just say that it's unnecessary. And regardless if we think it's necessary, the true ultimate truth of it is that it's unnecessary. And sometimes it feels like it's necessary in those moments because you just haven't found the solution. And for some reason, whether or not you have a solution to this problem inside your head, is what's going to be like for some reason you're stuck on that, as if that's the only thing that's going to make you not be in pain. It's like, oh my god, there's this problem that's stuck in my head, and if I don't find this solution, I have to stay in this pain. You know what I mean? And we're just like stuck, but it's all a story, you know? And so if we really want to get out of this pain, we just first of all have to understand that the whole thing that we've created inside of our minds around all of this pain is just a story. And when we understand that it's just a story and it's not reality, like actual reality is like here and it's alive and all that stuff, but everything that we've created, putting ourselves inside this like victim box is just a story. Okay? And so the first step to getting over our pain that we've created, you know what I mean, from the thoughts that we think, that we like literally create boxes and walls around ourselves, trap ourselves in this pain, you know what I mean? It's just something that we do as human beings. And so, but we need to understand, you know, that if we feel like we need a solution to something, you know, and that's the only thing that's going to free us, just understand that this whole thing is a story, so therefore it's an illusion. And when you understand that it's an illusion, you know, then you can see it for what it is, first of all. And then, you know, this is the only time when we can have any kind of like glimmer of hope that we could possibly get out of the pain, is just understanding that it's a story. And then just like, I know in those moments, like, trust me, I've been there, trust me, I know what it's like to go through extreme psychological, emotional, like physical pain as well, you know, and I know what it feels like to suffer and to just put ourselves inside these boxes. And I know when you're in those moments, especially, you know, those are the most difficult moments to get out of. Sometimes you just feel like it's literally impossible. But the reality of life is that sometimes things that we think are impossible can actually become possible. You know, there's actually another way to do things. There's actually another way to be. There's actually an escape from this prison that we build ourselves in, this box that we put ourselves in, this story that we attach ourselves to, that we feel like we just cannot give ourselves any kind of peace whatsoever if we do not find a solution to this problem that we're stuck in, you know. And it's just this whole story. The whole thing is a story at the end of the day, okay? But as soon as you understand that, as soon as you like just grasp the concept of the fact that it is actually just a story, you know, take a deep breath. I know how difficult it can be, you know, and I know it can be so tricky, but I really, really, truly do hope that if you're suffering right now, I really hope that these words I'm saying to you right now help you to get out of that, you know what I mean? And maybe come back to this video in the future if you are having a moment like that, you know, or just take this forward to your future, any kind of future moments that you might feel like you're suffering, or maybe apply this to past moments, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Just understand that it's just a story. And as soon as you can grasp that concept in those moments when you're experiencing that pain, just grasp the knowledge of the fact that it is just a story, you know what I mean? Just fully comprehend, you know, that it's just made up. It's just a story. Reality is here. You're okay. You're going to be okay. And everything is fine. And as soon as you understand, you know, that, and you can finally step out of the story, you know, that's the first little glimmer of hope. And so in those moments, just like I've been saying in other videos, you know, how important it is to come back to the present moment. The present moment has all the peace and all the wisdom and all the answers for the purity, for the best way that you can be for yourself. It's in the present moment. So, you know, right now or in the future, in the past, whenever you're suffering, just understand that it's a story, okay? Take a deep breath, even with me for a second right now. Like, everything is okay. You're okay. You know, you're amazing. You're more than okay. Everything's gonna be so perfect for you. Just stay in the present moment and just be alive, you know, come back to reality. This is actual reality. It's just being here in your body in the present moment and just feeling, and just take a deep breath, breathe in the air, breathe out the air, you know, and just, I know, you know, the story that we create holds so much weight, and it holds so much this, that, and the other thing, but just let it all go. You know, for a second right now. You can come back to it later if you need to think about some of the stuff that you're dealing with, but just take a second now, because this second right now that you can take for yourself and gift yourself this moment of peace right now amidst all the chaos is what you need, man. Like it's going to give you that clarity just for a second to finally be able to go forward and look at that story and look at those problems and look at that whole thing from presence and from peace. Ultimately, that place of peace, you know, finally just feel it for yourself. Take another deep breath, take as many breaths as you need to take, and just look at that story and look at that problem of all that pain, you know, because that's ultimately what we're all talking about here. It's just this painful story that we've created for ourselves. Just look at all of that pain that you've created and just see it for what it is. See that it's just a story, and see that you're okay and you're here now in the present moment, and be here now in the present moment, and just feel how free it feels to be here now without that story, you know? And just accept the fact that you are alive, and that you get to choose to be at peace, you know, and just choose to be at peace for a second, and then you know, you'll see this story as something, and you'll be like, okay, well, that situation and that situation and that thing and that, you know, whole thing, the whole thing that you've created up here, it's not actually so horrible. Like, it's not actually something that you need to create so much pain for yourself around, you know. It's actually something completely made up, you know. It's actually something, I mean, some of the, like, the things that you're thinking about could be like stuff that's real, but the pain that you experience from it is made up, because it all is created inside of our minds, you know. And so it's made here, it's made up here, however you want to describe that. At the end of the day, if we didn't have minds, that whole thing wouldn't even exist, you know. And so just understand that story is fabricated, and you can look at things in a different way, you know. And so as soon as we understand that, we take a deep breath, we come back to presence, and we just see that story is separate from us. You know, this is like, we want to do this for ourselves, right? We want to do this so that we can live a better life for ourselves. What I'm saying right now, coming back to present moment, coming back to how you feel inside, it's all for you, you know. So just do this for you. Just do this for your energy field, and for your peace, and for your happiness, and for your true enjoyment of life, you know. Just take what I'm saying right now and just understand, you know, because I know in those moments sometimes we just don't think about it, you know. But this video that I'm making right now is hopefully going to reach some people that are in pain right now, or that, you know, might be in the future be able to apply this, you know. Just think back to it, you know, at any moment in your future. If you're experiencing pain, just be like, okay, I'm just going to be in the moment, I'm just going to take a breath, I'm just going to look at this situation and understand that it's actually just some fabricated story that I created in La La Land, you know, that we all create up in La La Land. But it's not helpful for us, right, to sit in that victim mentality, this little box of pain that we've created, and just sit there and be stuck there. It's just like, you don't have to be stuck. You can actually just like understand that you're actually not in that box, and that whole thing is made up, and you're actually here in your body in the present moment, and everything's okay, and you can be okay, and you can be happy, and you can be at peace, you know what I mean? And just experiencing that in this present moment. I know sometimes it might seem crazy, man, but if you don't understand what I'm saying right now, if you can't apply what I'm saying right now, then this is what you need in order to feel peace. Like, you need to understand this, you know. And so when we understand that, we are separate from that, and we are outside of that box, and we don't have to be, you know, doomed into that horrible situation. Like, we just don't need to feel that way when we understand that it's not necessary, you know, at the end of the day. then we can come back to peace, and we can come back to presence, and we can come into the present moment, and we can go forward seeing that situation in a new way. And maybe we've just completely, maybe we won't even think about it again. Maybe we've completely eliminated all of the pain that we were experiencing in those moments, you know, and or if we haven't, we'll just go forward from that peace that we have now created, just one moment for 1 second, you know, to take that peace, to just step into that peace of the present moment, look at the story, and then go forward. Even if you have to go into that story again and go through it, you know, at least you're taking peace with you when you go into it, present moment with you when you go into it, when you go into the story. And then you'll just see it, you'll just be like, okay, this stuff is not as heavy as I was thinking it needed to be, you know. It's just really not. It's all in your head, you know. And so when we can truly just go forward into those moments and into that story and just see what, you know, all these pieces that we can just, that's actually okay. That's actually okay, because I'm okay, because I'm here, and I'm here now in peace, in presence. And you'll just be able to clean it all. You'll be able to clear it all. You'll be able to see all of the pieces fall into place in a like positive way. And sometimes you just sometimes it's just neutral rather than negative. You'll just feel neutral about things. You'll just feel the acceptance of some things. You don't necessarily need to feel, you know, happy about everything, but at least you can accept some things. You know, some things you can just accept them instead of feeling bad about them, you know. And then that's really what it comes down to. That's the baseline of positive energies, is acceptance. And then there's enjoyment, and then there's enthusiasm, and there's all of the positive emotions that we experience up here, you know. And so just baseline is acceptance for some things. When we're experiencing pain, just accept that this is you in the moment now, and that you can be here peacefully. And then go forward from there and just clean up all of that negativity, and just, you know, do some self-care, take a moment for yourself, and just relax, and just understand that you can be at peace now, and you can be happy, and you can just be, you know. And then eventually you might even just start to enjoy yourself in a minute later, you know. Or maybe it'll take some time, but you know what I mean, you can get out of it. And the more that you do this, the less frequent negative, painful experiences happen in your life. And then eventually you may eliminate them altogether, you know. And then you may just look at it as a past life, a way that you used to experience life, because you just didn't have the understanding of how to just bring awareness and peace and presence into the situation, you know. And so that's what it comes down to. This is a longer video than I've really ever made, but I really hope you guys have gotten something out of this. Like I said before, thank you everybody who's helped me make it to 200 subscribers. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I'm trying to make it to 300 subscribers, and then eventually 1,000 subscribers. And if you could like this video so it goes up in the algorithm, that would be great as well. Yeah, I really do hope that this helps you guys. I really, you know, understand that when we do apply this, and when we do bring this into our painful situations, we do bring light into them, and we literally, the light will just evaporate all of the negative energy. Like, it will just, we won't experience it anymore, and then we'll go forward into our future just having a better quality life with more positive experiences and way less, and then to the point where all negative experiences just like do not exist anymore, and we will just be, you know, a more happy, peaceful person. You know, we'll just basically be living a more happy, peaceful life. I go like this around person because it's just a label, the word person. We will be living a more happy and peaceful life. Okay? So, namaste, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, and night.